Pete, welcome back. It's gloomy, but I don't want to rain. We're mid-afternoon, it's about 2:30. We've had barely enough to settle the dust. There is a bit more coming through from the northwest, but yeah, looking on the radar, there's sort of nothing behind it, so it's a bit of a fizzer. So hopefully something might keep coming in through the night maybe, or develop, but yeah, at the moment it's a bit disappointing. So yeah, I haven't been down this morning and done a few jobs in there. He's just knocked off. He's been run a bit of straw around to some sheep and still cleaning up over next door. So yeah, we're sort of getting to the pointy end of it over there, which is good. I'm just here in the workshop now. Got a bit of 150 by 5 mil flat this morning to cap these ends. That one and that one, those down there on the stub axle. I might get to now and try and get these bushes machined up is the plan. So yeah, I haven't even finished one yet, so I've got a bit in front of me, but hopefully, yeah, look, once the lathe, I just got it running there out of gear just to warm up. So once hopefully it works all right, we can get a few done. But yeah, it is the last day of the week. So yeah, what else is happening? Not much else at the moment. Yeah, pretty quiet. So yeah, it'd be good to just chip away here and do this, and yeah, so there we go. Might do a bit of welding too, but at the moment it'll just be machining and yeah, getting these done. So the grand return operation of the lathe hasn't gone so well. Anyway, I've flicked the spark gear message, and yeah, being the end of the week, we'll just worry about it next week. So what I've done, I've welded these out. I've capped that end, still got a bit of grinding and that to do, but I've welded all around the bottom there. What I'm going to do that's the underside of the leg, effectively, if I hold it like that. So I'm just going to put a plate. I've cut a bit of that 150 by 10. I'm just going to put a plate sort of there. And effectively what I'm thinking is when it's in the working position, that axle is going to want to try and tear off, roll off. So if we just put a plate over there, hopefully that'll give it a bit more strength. And then I'm just about, I've cut these plates for up here. So I'm going to cut I have welded around the top of that one, so we're about 70 mil. So I'm going to cut I'm going to cut a 70 mil hole in there for that to drop over, and then we can, I'll probably fully weld that on, I'd say, or just say fully weld it around that end of it, and whether we just a couple of good stitches around there. It's going to look a bit funny because the radius is so round. We should have, I don't think you can get 130 mil flat bar anyway, or probably should have got, you can cut it out of a sheet, but just for ease of mucking around, I just got some 150. So we're gonna have a bit of a gap there on that radius. So I'll get one cut and dropped over, and we'll just see how it looks. Yeah, and then what I might do is the backhoe's back here, or even just a little tractor again, I might hang one up and just lightly bolt it into the wheel there, and then we can we can muck around with a level and get our top of those casters level, and then we can work out what our height needs to be over on the cart itself. Oh, I've got them marked. So again, I've just drilled a little pilot hole just to get the gas started, just so it doesn't blow that. It's a lot neater. I had one of you guys ask the other day where I'd got this little circle cutter jig from. It's just we made it. She's a homemade jobby. Just a bit of, I think it's 32 by 5mm flat, and then it's actually, the point is a bit of bronze that you use for, brazing with an oxy torch. So it's just brazed in with a pretty ordinary point on it. Actually, probably not sharpening, but and then I just knock a centre punch is all I use. But just for those, rather than using, well, they just don't go small enough. Is the thing. Like we've got a proper circle cutter for doing big stuff, but anything under about 100mm, or like a diameter of 100mm, so your radius is only 50. It just allows you to go that bit smaller. So and that's I think. I don't know where I come across that. I think when I did my trade, we had something similar. So that's 25 years ago, a bit longer. So time gets away when you're having fun. Anyway, we'll get these cut out. Come on. When the gas back a bit, it was probably going a bit hard. So, I haven't cleaned this up obviously, but what will happen is it'll just drop over there. Hang on. So yeah, something like that. what I was saying there before, just with the radius, you can see there's quite a gap there, so I'm not too worried about it though. We'll get a couple of good welds in there. And then, yeah, we've got to fill the top of that offset off. And then again, we've got a bit of we'll trim it around where my hand is there. Just the overhang, we'll trim it off. And that bit'll nearly, sorry, it's on an angle, so that bit will nearly fill that hole in there. Yeah, so looks a bit rough now, but it'll neaten up enough, alright. So yeah, should all work. We'll fill that hole up around there with weld, and then yeah, then the bush that goes in the cross member, sort of the main sort of axle. Yeah, that's where it'll effectively run on that there when we, yeah, obviously get it cleaned up, but yeah, starting to take shape. So that's what we're aiming at. So we'll fill it up with weld and weld along the end there and full weld around this end, and then yeah, we'll just have to cut a bit. It'll actually work out alright. I can just cut a short bit of that 150, that's whatever that is, 40 mil, whatever. Stitch it up and then grind it up, and it'll, yeah, look like it's been done by a professional. So, yeah. Alright, that's sort of what we're looking at. So obviously I need to do a bit of grinding and tidy up some of these edges, but I've just done a stitch, a couple of good stitches there, and then fully welded it around there where the joint is. It should be pretty right. Hopefully that'll give it enough strength, and again I need to get a wheel on there, and we'll probably just put a little angle gusset in there as well, just to support the bottom of it a bit. And then yeah, again I've got to put the gusset in down the bottom there and cap that. And yeah, we're getting pretty close. So a bit snookered for a little, well yeah, once I can cut, there is a fair bit more I can do yet. I can cut the axle, the main cross member, cut the holes in it for the sleeves, for the bushes. Yeah, so there's still a bit I can do yet, but we'll just, it's about knock off time here, so. Yeah, looks like all the rain's gone, which is, yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Unless you would never know, it might come in at night tonight, but at the moment it sort of doesn't look right. The wind's still round in the north, which is a good sign, but at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to rain. So yeah, but anyway, a bit of a progress, bit of probably a shorter video, but yeah, a bit of progress on where this is up. We're still chipping away at it. So yeah, next week, we've got corn. We might be trucking. We might go trucking. I'm not a truckie. The old saying is, if I've got to use my logbook or if I've got to sleep in it, I'm too far from home. The couple of guys that got corn off us in the past are wanting more and getting a truck to go down there. Yeah, I had the freight bloke. The guy that come and got the first load for him, he's headed off around Australia in a caravan, and I had a bloke ring me today to say they're 2 weeks off being able to go down, come up with a truck. So we might, it'll be a 10-hour round trip. So, but we aren't super busy here. We probably could make it work, and it's a bit extra cash too. And look, to be honest, the truck could do with a good run like that. It's only been doing short stuff around here, so a good long run like that Wouldn't hurt it. So I'll just see how next week pans out. I've got a couple of meetings, so I just need to look at the calendar and shuffle it around and see how we can go. But yeah, we might. I need to talk to the guys down there and see how desperate they are for it too. If they're sort of not super desperate for it, or we might be able to do one next week and one the week after or something. But anyway, I've got to work that out yet. So I think it's not quite about 460 k's each way. So she's a bit of a slug down there. But anyway, it's it'll be good to go down there for a drive and just see how it is. Quite dry down there, so it would be good to go down for a drive and just see how dry it is, and yeah, obviously to meet the guys where we're sending this stuff, just to build the relationship a bit. You never know, we might be able to send more down there in coming years, or hay or whatever. I've got one guy that's keen for a double load of hay, so it'd be good to just go down and meet him face to face rather than just talking to him on the phone. So anyway, bit of workshop action for you. So thanks again for watching. Thanks to those guys for commenting. I've got a couple of guys asked a couple of questions, so I'll going forward I'll just one about what chemicals we're using and that sort of stuff. So I'll try and remember to answer that stuff. But if you've got a question, by all means chuck it up in the comments, and I'll either try and answer it in the comments, or if it's something I can show you in the video, I'll endeavour to do that for you. So anyway, thanks again. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.